Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently in position here at Rilsamot. Let's bump up to fastest speed, there we go. And we need to get repairs here. We are in a pretty desperate situation for repairs. We absolutely need to work on these.
Starbase
I'm
under
wondering
assault.
how real some of these numbers here are. I just restarted the game, so some of them might not be particularly real. Do we have our edicts on? Actually, we do, and we should turn these, particularly the volatiles, off. There we go. We'll do that for now, and we're going to work on getting these ships all rebuilt here. Well, not all of them. We're going to need a lot of alloys to get all of those rebuilt.
Assault.
But we're certainly going to work on getting these repairs done. So we're actually getting these relatively decently underway. That's going pretty quickly, actually, all things considered.
Under assault. We have lost a starbase.
And let's see what we're looking like at the first month tick here. Okay, that's more like how I expected it to look. Fantastic. So we just needed a month tick. That's fine. Now I want to take a look at what we've got going on over here. Actually, it looks like our allies have come into Ofang, so that's ideal for us. I think we're going to still need to land here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Where's our army at? Well, we have an army at Nightbirth, but that's not the army. The army is over at Amara. So we'll head on over to Ofang, and we're going to enter orbit over here. By the time we get there, this should be taken care of. I hope. Actually, you know what? These guys should just be chilling at the gateway for right now, because they're going to be able to use this gateway once this is done. Cool. We can see we still have a few fleets repairing here. We're almost through the armor. And there we go. The armor should be gone. Now they're hitting the hull. And that looks under control. Although they're not taking that down very quickly, are they?
Starbase under assault.
Indeed, they are not. But they do get it in the end.
Hostile agents inbound.
Wait, where? Where are we being attacked at? Over in Brachium. Okay, yeah, we expected that. That's where the majority of their fleet is at this point. But I have to say, they are certainly not keeping up with ship production. They're losing ships faster than they're being built. We're not exactly keeping up. We're kind of treading water here. Kind of. Speaking of which, we should hit that button. 109, that's probably not real. How's this battle going up here, out of curiosity? And I know that they have a few forces down here. Yeah, overall, their numbers are definitely dropping off. They're not able to keep up with their losses. I think that's pretty clear. They have an army in Tiamat? Oh, they can come in through this wormhole. Right, I forgot about that. We do have this starbase good to go here, so this army should just straight up die here. That shouldn't be a problem. So once Ofang falls here, I want to get our army in here immediately. They can enforce peace at any time now, right? So we want to get in here, we want to land here, and get that done. Now, all of our fleets are currently repaired. They have a ways to go, I'm sure, in terms of getting ships built, right? But we can come down over this way to Havenstar. We can pop through this gateway and be the decisive factor in holding Havenstar. Now, our allies may... I don't think they would hold this on their own. They've done damage. That's for sure. But we'll arrive here in 20 days, and we'll clean this up. That's not a problem. In fact, here we come. And they... Actually, that's not even us. That's our Federation coming through.
Science ship facing unfair competition.
Okay, that must be down over here, right? In Jevon's Maelstrom? Not currently. I'm not sure where that science ship is. Oh, okay, they popped up over here. I see. So in that case, if our Federation is dealing with this situation in Havenstar, we should come to Tiamat instead. And here we are.
Asset lost.
Beautiful. Unfortunately, we lost our science ship, but that's fine. We're going to bring in additional forces here, and these guys are just doomed. They don't have a prayer. So they're out of here, right? This is super, super over.
Commencing
Beautiful.
seizure of planetary asset.
So that's all looking great. At this point, we're kind of in cleanup mode. With their forces separated like this. Now, we cannot attack Brachio. But we can come down here. And we can liberate this area over here. But it looks like our Federation is focusing on that for the moment. So I want to grab our fleets, and I want to send them this way. But we want to gather up here before we go in. So we're going to head over there, and we may as well just reinforce our fleets, like, from here. Okay, some of these are starting to get, I guess, this one's at full strength. This one's not. We've got a ways to go to get those all at full strength, right? And Brachium falls. No shockers here. But we're in cleanup mode right now. So we do see a fair number of forces in Belazir. Not an unreasonable amount. These guys are actually moving from Brachium to Belazir. So they're coming up over here to fight our Federation. Okay. We're going to get Marigarin, and then we can pop up here ourselves. Are they leaving? They're leaving. They must be fully grouping up in Belazir. Or they're going somewhere else entirely? Are they going to keep their forces split, is the question we have to ask. They have a few forces down here. They do have the Mortified Armada here. We need to move our army out. We're going to head to Nightbirth for right now. I see these forces moving, and we can make a decision on what we want to do after we've freed Marigar. So for now, this is reasonably fine. I want to continue to reinforce our fleets here. 106,000 still? I mean, that number is almost certainly inaccurate. We are dark matter constrained now, right? Right. We also have an open council position. We don't have a head of research, and we should get one. I feel like a percentage increase would be better than that flat increase. Ship build speed and build cost. Huh. That's an interesting one. But I don't think that's what we're going for here. But it would actually work. You know what? That's going to save us a decent amount of alloys. Let's do it.
We have lost a starbase.
Okay, so where did we lose that at? Up in Ofang? Yeah, I mean, they're going to win this encounter, I think. Yeah, they almost certainly are. This fleet is not going to succeed in defending that. So we're going to jump in over here. This is undefended at this point, and it'll die very, very quickly. So that seems fine. They are re-attacking up in the north. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we'll deal with that in a bit. And yes, they're going to get this. Unfortunately, we're not in position to defend it at this moment.
Under assault.
Now, I'm watching over here. It looks like they're really focusing in over this direction. But they're not that strong here. Okay.
We have lost a
Their number of ships is definitely declining, but I don't think this is their full force. I think they have other forces elsewhere that I'm not entirely sure of where they are. There's a few up over this way. Yeah, that makes sense. And a few down over here. Actually, these are enough to be somewhat threatening. Yeah, they've definitely got other forces around. This is lessened at this point. So if we wanted to come up here, it would be a little awkward because of this gateway. I think we're far better off. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even going to count that 1,000 fleet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fleets there. I feel like we can actually win that. Let's pop up to Havenstar, and we're just going to sit here for the time being. I want to continue to reinforce this fleet, but we are lacking in dark matter at this moment. I'm going to buy in 50. Actually, I'm going to buy 100. That should keep us afloat for a bit. That put us at 73. Yeah, it's not going to be all that long, I suppose. But we're going to hop through over here. And we'll be arriving in Havenstar very shortly. So they have a few forces down here. Do we feel like we can take this with edicts? Do we have a general? We do. Or I guess an admiral. We do have an admiral available. They're leaving. Some of them are, anyway. If these guys plan to come up and attack us up here, like, if they're going to bombard, that's one thing. If they plan to come and attack us, that would be ideal. We would love to ambush them right here at this jump point. I guess it's not really an ambush, but we would love to fight them at that jump point. I'm guessing they're coming to bombard. Or are they running? I actually think they might be running right now. In which case, we go in. One of our forces would arrive substantially before the others, so we would need to tick like 6 days. So until the 11th. Yeah, you could just idle there. So we would tick until the 11th. Because I'd want all of these to move in simultaneously. Okay, I guess they're just going to be a little late.
Engaged.
I must have miscalculated that. We need to turn on our edicts. Absolutely. So we're going to do so. We're going to turn on our exotic gases for shield boost, our volatile ammunition, explosives, and reactive armor, and our focusing crystals. Looks great. Now, they do have reinforcements they can bring in. These reinforcements are a ways away at this point. And we're going to have some time to fight this fleet separately. Now, this is a big battle, and I don't actually know that we're going to win it. But I'm not actually sure it matters. I think we just need to do a lot of damage to them. I think that's the big thing here. So our additional fleet is going to come in, and there it is. We have reinforcements streaming in. And we're sticking together reasonably well at this point. Now, the hyper relay is under their control, and they are moving in to attack us over here. This is going to be a large force, and if we have to retreat, we have to retreat. We'll see. I don't like the fact that we're all heading over and swarming the star, except for this fleet, which, of course, was a little late. Now we're turning around and properly moving in, though. Okay. That looks good. So this is a big battle, and I don't know who's going to win it. But this fleet really would like to retreat. They can't for another 10 days, though. So we'll see if they manage to make their way out of here. But this is a big old battle. One that is fairly 50-50, but I'm just trying to bleed them at this point. We're not actually trying to win, right? We don't actually care whether we win this or not. We know that they're having trouble replacing their fleets. So we're just trying to cause damage.
Fleet asset lost.
Okay. So how many days has it been? 2 days until emergency FTL is ready. Cool. Okay, so this one retreated. This one might need to soon. We're keeping an eye on the situations.
Fleet asset lost.
And yeah, these fleet assets that are being lost are these reinforcements coming in here. That's reasonably expected. So for now, I'm keeping an eye on our numbers. The four-fan Starfleet, I think we just keep in the fight because we don't actually work on replenishing that. Cool. We may end up winning this still. I don't know. It's looking kind of okay. Continued analysis of the so-called GO signal has revealed that it's transmitting energy patterns nearly identical to those found in the positronic brains used by synthetic beings. It must be assumed that the signal is directly responsible for the mass disappearance and behavioral changes we've been observing in the galaxy's synthetic population. Strangely, not all synths seem to be affected by it, and among those that are, the symptoms aren't uniform. Many are apparently compelled to travel to what we assume is the GO signal source in response to some kind of summons. Millions of synthetics from all over the galaxy are currently on their way towards the signal source in whatever space-worthy craft they could acquire. Curiously, these synths do not seem to be affected by any FTL inhibitors. The first ones are bound to reach their destination soon. Not good. So we do see that this force came in here. That's another 160 and another 25k. Now, they do have a lot over here, and I think they're on their way. That's fine. If we have to retreat here, that's okay. As I said, all we're trying to do is bleed them at this moment. That is our goal.
Fleet
I'd love to
asset
actually
lost.
take over this starbase, but that's not currently occurring. We should, at this point, certainly retreat the 4-fan Starfleet. So I'm going to do that. That's out of here. These guys are just swarming the star, which is not ideal. Hopefully they stop that. And how are we doing over here? I'm just checking these numbers. 23.7 is a little on the low side, but it's only corvettes left, so I'm okay with risking that. Cool. Now, to be clear, we may lose this, and that is okay. In this area, we seem to be doing kind of fine, though. Really. Kind of fine. I think we're winning it. If only we could get access to this hyper relay and prevent them from, bringing in their reinforcements. They are bringing in reinforcements, to be clear. And those reinforcements will likely make it very difficult for us to end this, especially with these two fleets just chilling here, not, actually doing anything of use. But we'll see. For the time being, I'm content with this. We're just trying to do as much damage as possible. And we've done a lot of damage to them here, to be clear. We've done a whole lot of damage. Yes, we've taken a lot of damage, and I'm going to retreat this fleet at this time. I think I'm going to retreat this fleet and this one. The remaining 4 fleets can remain. We're continuing to do damage, and these guys are now properly re-engaging, so that's good. Beautiful. Remember, the entire point of this is we just want to destroy ships. Okay, they have another force down over here. That's fine for the moment. We've definitely done a lot of damage to them. Ooh, that was a good one. I like it. Okay, so we're voting on a peace deal right now. At this point, would we lose anything? Jebben's Maelstrom. We vote no. And terminal egress, potentially. So we vote no on that. Absolutely. Okay. I think we retreat here now. Well, we retreat this force for sure. Yeah, we definitely retreat here. They brought in more forces, and we're out of here. Cool. So technically, you can say that that's a loss, right? We have forces over here in Haven Star right now. We're heading back to enter orbit here and get repairs. And we do have some forces that need to be merged in. So all of these guys... that's a lot of them. All of these can be merged in with, say, the Ready Swarm 18 probably would be fine. So we're going to move all of them in. Did the Scrupulous Swarm actually merge in? Yes. Okay. So we're going to get these repairs done. Cool. And they've definitely gotten a lot of forces here, right? They're going through the hyper relay. So for the moment, that seems fine. Obviously, yeah, we're going to need a lot of alloys. We're going to continue to reinforce our forces. And we're getting these repairs done. Is this a peace deal? Did it go through? I think it might have. So we'll have to take stock of what we lose here. But we're going to gain some things as well. Okay, so the peace deal was agreed to. We were not the war leader here. So that makes things a little awkward. But we did get territory down here. We did lose Jebben's Maelstrom. That's not shocking. We did not lose anything here. We did lose terminal egress. So terminal egress, we are certainly going to look to take back in the future. Okay. Well, there was nothing we could do to stop that peace deal, and broadly, Oh, and they took this back as well. Okay. A little bit lame. I wish we were the war leader there. We could have timed that much, much better. But alas, we were not. So the disposed swarm can move into the ready swarm 18. We do have some forces that are going to come back basically right now. Okay. So at this point, I would call that... Would I call that a victory? It wasn't an unambiguous victory. We got territory down here, but we lose a couple of L-Gate adjacent locations, right? That said, we control the rest of the L cluster, and we can take back terminal egress in theory quite easily. And we can also take back... Where was that? We can take back Jebben's Maelstrom quite easily as well. So, I mean, the Solorum Multitude, I think, unambiguously lost. They were the losers here. I think that our situation is somewhat ambiguous as to whether we won or not. We'll enter orbit here in Ril Samat, and that'll be fine. We do have Unorthodox Thought that can be leveled up. I think alloys per enemy ship destroyed is still pretty good, but I think ship weapons damage is even better. Now, we know that we have the endgame crisis coming in. That is the next thing that we really do need to prepare for. So I want to turn off those edicts. We're on forge and mining subsidies. That should all be reasonably fine. And now we need to work towards getting our fleets rebuilt, right? We've got this agro world. I do not believe this should be an agro world. This needs to be a forge world. So we're going to put in an alloy foundry here, and I'm going to put in an industrial district as well. That's all looking good. What else would we put in here? Well, we took this forge world. It's not much of a forge world, is it? It's got a synthetic crystal plant here. We could replace that with an ancient refinery. And then we could build in alloy foundries. We would want to put in a Ministry of Production. It's got a research institute. I don't know what the point of that is. The AI does weird things. I'm going to replace the research institute with the civilian industry, and then we can spam out a bunch of industrial districts. We know we're going to need 40 housing. And we can't build quite that much. That said, there's 66% devastation, so that should be okay. I'm going to queue up. We need to clear out some tile blockers as well. That'll keep it busy for a while. We'll keep an eye on that situation. Okay, we've got this trade station here. Why is this marked as a trade station? It should really be more of a mining station than anything, right? We can swap this over to being an astro mining bay. And we would like to repair this mineral purification hub. Maybe we just demolish this because we don't have the building slot for it. We replace the Galactic Stock Exchange with a mineral purification hub. And then we replace this, of course, with a gene clinic. We replace this robot assembly bay. Did this have one of those? No. Okay. Admin complex can be rebuilt. Admin complex can be rebuilt. This is really more of a unification station, so that's absolutely fine. Sure. Over here, we just need 8 jobs. It's a foundry station. I don't know why this research institute exists here. Let's replace that. We have a Ministry of Production currently, so we would need like a civilian industry here. Sure. So something along those lines. Any other jobs work that we need to do now that we're at peace? No. Okay. So we need to be focused quite heavily on getting our fleets replenished, right? Like, look at that naval cap. 565 out of 2003. That needs work. And yeah, our capitals are connected again. So, we really only lost the 2 systems, right? And Jebben's Maelstrom, to be honest, I don't really care about. Terminal egress, I care about, but only insofar as I want to control the whole L cluster. So we'll take terminal egress back in the next war, assuming that there is a next war.
Incoming transmission.
Yes, go ahead and establish an embassy with us. Cool. Sky Temple could definitely upgrade its system capital complex. We'll need minerals for that, and I'll buy in just 1,000. There we go. Now, I'm concerned at the moment about our amount of dark matter. We're only at +3 dark matter currently. So I'm going to buy in 150 of it. That'll do for now. We're going to get all of these guys docked up. And Ril Samat... Well, actually, Ril Samat isn't where we want to do this, is it? They're over the mega shipyard right now, but we really want to take it back to, like, Edamar. And you might ask why. The answer for that is because we have the crew quarters here. That will reduce our ship upkeep by 25% when we're docked up here. So we're going to hop on over this direction. And we'll continue to reinforce this. 200k? That's a lot. 1,600 dark matter. Okay. I don't know if that's the accurate amount or not. We'll assume it is for now. But cool. I'm glad to be out of the war, even if it was a slightly awkward conclusion to the war. Oh yeah, we lost this as well, which this is only more of a strategic position than it is actually all that valuable to us, so we can take that back. That's not a concern. This generator world, we could definitely repair our corporate culture site on. That seems fine. We didn't lose anything super valuable, and we gained a few relatively valuable locations. So I'm going to call that a victory, even though it's definitely a mixed bag. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to prepare for that endgame crisis that we know is looming. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.